Hello everyone. Hello to all of you and welcome to this session. Welcome to CGB IBPS Hub. I'm Niharika John Mehra, your Faculty of English. और हम कुछ अच्छे खासे क्वेश्चंस इस सेशन में प्रैक्टिस करने वाले हैं. They are heavily based on vocabulary, right? So please let me know if I'm properly audible and visible to all of you. If you can confirm me over here, it would be great. In the chat, I'm waiting for any one of you to confirm. Okay, so if you are new here and you don't know me, you're watching this video for the first time, my name is Harika, as I said earlier, and I have been teaching English for more than 10 years now. आपको मेरे बहुत सारे सेशंस मिलेंगे. I do have my classes under our courses, which are paid courses on our website, on our app. Description में details मिलेंगी. Do check them out, and we do have WhatsApp community and all to keep you guys updated, to give all the information to you guys. तो आप लोग उसको भी join कर सकते हो. Now we are gonna start with a closed test. Closed test is a paragraph जिसमें blanks होते हैं. So you have to give it a rough read. Skim करना है, then you start solving the blanks, okay? And since it's a closed test, explanation पांचों blank के बाद में मैं आपको दूंगी. Not in between. I don't want to break the flow. Hello. Good afternoon, guys. Please start working on it. You have to answer one by one. Second one. Cannot see the starting line. I can see on my screen. Can you check? Can you try to uh, put it on full screen and see? मेरे एंड से जो मैं वीडियो देख रही हूँ, just like you people are watching, I can clearly see every statement, every line. And if any other can help me understand, anyone, please check and let me know. Okay, might be some error. Please start answering now. Don't for me to call out. I want you to answer, like, just keep answering, start answering. Next one, we will understand all of them together in one go. Make sure to like and share the session, guys. Subscribe if you are new here. So let's understand. The old generation, despite having lesser or no facilities, has probably lived happier, healthier, for being closely connected with nature to dash its life-giving benefits. Benefits का use करना, okay? When you get to see this, it is called availing. Okay? You avail benefits, you avail perks like that. तो आप यहाँ avail करोगे. Okay, that was the context because of the word benefits over here. Talking about the other words. Okay, pretend is to show what you not are. Dispose, of course, off लेके चलता है अपने साथ में. That is, you throw away something. Dispose of का use होता है. By the way, dispose का एक meaning it's to spread out as well. Okay, dispose के बहुत meaning होते हैं. Dispose का मतलब होता है किसी को कहीं पर assemble करना. Okay, dispose also means to prompt something or someone. तो इस word के multiple meanings है. Please make sure you are aware of all those meanings. आगे बढ़ते हैं. During the last few decades, the natural mode of life has changed. That means definitely यहाँ पे कुछ extra word था that I needed, and that was of course an adverb, क्योंकि has के बाद का verb third form already यहाँ है. Out of all words, there were two words जो कि adverb थे, often and slowly. But has often changed बोलने से कोई sense नहीं निकलेगा. Slowly changed आएगा यहाँ पे. Okay. Moving on to the next one. A huge transformation occurred. Anything that occurred. ठीक है. So survival occur नहीं होता है. Mutation is genetics. किसी के change हो जा रहे हैं. Genes change हो जा रहे हैं. Deliberation deal occur नहीं होती हैं. तो transformation अपने आप हुआ. That's why occurred का use करा है. Therefore, working against the natural mode of life has created lots of tensions and a number of, very simple, this is a phrase, a number of. Instead of saying many, हम a number of का use करते हैं. With the passage of time, I don't think कोई और word उसमें tough है to explain, so moving ahead. Yeah. So with the passage of time, life has become more something. तो लाइफ क्या हुई होगी? मोर आर्टिफिशियल एंड लेस नेचुरल. एंड के बाद आपको यहाँ पे चीट कोड दिया हुआ है. लेस नेचुरल है तो लाइफ कैसी हो गई है? आर्टिफिशियल हो गई है ना. लाइफ और भी कुछ हो सकती थी, बट लेस नेचुरल एंड के साथ में जाने वाला वर्ड आर्टिफिशियल ही है यहाँ पर. Cooperative, you understand, I believe. Intimidating. Now, anything which is intimidating is something which is scary, that would terrify you. Okay, so life could be intimidating, but यहाँ पर हम वो negative word नहीं बोलेंगे, because डरावनी would be too much negative to mention along with less natural. ओके, तो वो चीज़ का आपको ध्यान रखना है कि अगर एंड है, एंड के साथ में कोई ब्लैंक है, सो हाउ यू आर वर्किंग ऑन इट. Now we have single fillers, the typical ones. In his resignation letter, Let wrote he was truly thankful for the opportunity. Okay? Of course, he got the opportunity, hence he was the one who was thankful. Compared to those of Megan's family, our rituals were either less rigid, either or का use है, okay, or existent. So you first of all have an adjective here, rigid. या तो rigid ही नहीं है, less flexible है, या है ही नहीं. That's the extent of it जो हम बोल रहे हैं. Because my subject is rituals, it cannot be capable, incapable. Rituals irresponsible, responsible नहीं होते हैं, right? So you need to know आपका subject क्या है जिसके लिए आप adjective का use कर रहे हो. Talking about the word heave, it is a verb. Heave का meaning होता है when you lift something with full force, अचानक से उठा के उचका देते हैं, that is called heave. It is throwing forcefully. तो वो भी हम यहाँ पे यूज नहीं कर सकते थे. If you're telling the speed with which you are solving, that's great. But if you're asking me to stop timer at 20, the reason why I'm not doing it, because of a little bit of lag, this type of system we have, I don't get to see your answers till like next 15 seconds. So there is always an upper limit also for the beginners who are newcomers and maybe weak in English. It's good to give little bit of time to them as well. The government slashed interest rates on schemes, small schemes, including the public provident fund. Okay, so this is one of the rarest cases where आपको एक full form पूछा जा रहा है. Okay, mostly you won't be given such questions, but once a while, once a blue moon, you can get to see it. The country's GDP can grow by whatever percent if the monsoon is normal. तो if के बाद में monsoon को normal एक condition है. and government implements the reform के क्या होंगे, we want a compound noun जो reform noun के साथ जाए. रिफॉर्म लीजर कुछ नहीं होता है, प्रेशर ट्रेजर्स नहीं होता है, मेजर्स ही है जो आपका आंसर होगा. Just try to be a little careful here because there is still an option which is none of the above. It's a tricky option. Peru has declared an emergency 3 weeks after a major oil pipeline burst. Okay, अंडरस्टैंडिंग का क्वेश्चन था, सिंपल क्वेश्चन था. Deposits. Payment banks will cater to individuals and are being set up to accept demand deposits, remittance services. So again, DD का जो full form है, if you would have known it, then you know what's the right answer. जब मेरे साइड से lag is like 30 seconds, I get to see 30 seconds का previous thing. So the answer here is D. Now it's all about the rainfall and it was down 14%. So this is the second year of drought with an O. Okay. When you talk about less rainfall, सूखा पड़ रहा है जिसे हम बोलते हैं, that is called drought with an O. Drought with an A means a draft of air, जो एक झोंका हवा का होता है. Be very careful in the choice of these two words. Whenever there are these two words, then you have to make a choice. Series because of tests plural है. Cautious. One has to be very cautious because the rest of the sentence talks about the condition of roads, okay? And this is something that calls for being cautious. One can be smart, one can be presentable, prepared, not prepare, and healthy हो सकता है, but respect हमको with respect to the context एक ही word मिल रहा है. Excuse me. Excuse me. Have you answered? Mix up हो गए आपके. Can you tell me, have you answered this, or if you can answer again, Anjali and Ritik? अंजलि का 2 बार बी आया है. Was it for this one? नहीं, पिछले वाले का आंसर तो आप लोगों ने, अच्छा पिछले वाले का बी था, राइट? So guys, are we connected? Wait. Okay. Answer here is C, discretion. The judge used his dash in settling the matter. He's a judge. He's gonna use his judgment, and that kind of a judgment which is very wise. तभी तो वो judge है. Discretion is the good judgment, the level of judgment that you have. Now, used his no तो नहीं आएगा. Used his brains बताती हूँ. In settling the matter वो bias नहीं होगा. Tactics means some kind of tricks and all, hacks and all, but he is a judge, okay, or she is a judge. No, he is a judge. His लिखा है. So in this case tactics नहीं आ सकता है ना. Now brains means intelligence, and discretion relates to the power of judging, knowing what is right and what is wrong. That sense of separating good from bad, that is discretion. And since the whole scenario is of a judge, that's why we cannot say brains. Judge of course might have brains, good intelligence, but at this point we will not say that. The board members could not arrive at a unanimous dash on the issue. Progress unanimous होती नहीं है. Policy on issue नहीं होगा. Dissent is disagreement और action भी नहीं होगा. So that is a judgment जो किसी पर हो सकता है. Okay, so now you have double fillers. In the dash of its journey of 139 years, in the beauty of बोल सकते थे, in the totality of बोल सकते थे, in the era नहीं होगा क्योंकि in the era of its journey, era है तो 139 years journey के कैसे हुए. Era is a specific time period which is already टॉकिंग अबाउट वो टाइम पीरियड में क्या हुआ, इन द होल ऑफ भी नहीं बोला जाएगा. सो इन द ब्यूटी इन द इंटायरिटी मतलब कि पूरी जर्नी, all of the years this newspaper has remained contemporary yet classic. By doing what? By effecting changes and taking a lead to embrace. To के साथ word first form आएगा. न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी को फॉलो नहीं करेंगे. ओके, वी विल एम्ब्रेस, वी विल एक्सेप्ट, वी विल अडेप्ट. अडेप्ट होता तो सही हो सकता था बी वाला, लेकिन अडेप्टिंग की नीड नहीं है. ओके, सो दैट्स हाउ इट इज. क्लास्प इज काइंड ऑफ अ हुक, जो कि दो चीजों को लिटरली जो हुक्स वगैरह ड्रेसेस एंड ऑल में होते हैं उसको क्लास्प बोला. Dozens of world's experts on sports related concussions started meeting to dash studies. Studies को review कर सकते हैं. You can ponder on the studies but not ponder studies. Brood is to just make up out and किसी चीज के ऊपर बस सोचते रहना in a negative manner. Concentrate studies basically no meaning. Grasp का भी meaning नहीं. From the first word itself we know atheia. Set the guidelines on how best to identify and deal. पहले तो ढूंढेंगे तभी तो deal करेंगे. So again, for the second one also, it was very clear the answer was identify. PM Modi's hectic external engagements were to dash the notion. Okay, were to verb first form. तो join the notion, scattered तो आता नहीं, dismiss हो सकता है, dispel हो सकता है. Congratulate notion को थोड़ी ना लोगों को congratulate करते हैं, notion को join नहीं करते हैं. Notion is the idea and opinion. So that a former CM with little diplomatic experience could not make it to the high table, as well as counter a campaign by intellectuals to dash him a visa to travel to the West. तो वीजा को डिनाई करने का सेंस यहाँ बनता है. ही सेइंग दैट ही इज सेइंग नो टू द नोशन कि एक ऐसा व्यक्ति डिनाई करवा सकता है. तो ही इज नॉट गोना अग्री टू इट. यू एनीवेज, या तो वीजा जो होगा किसी को डिनाई करा जाएगा या किसी को अप्रूव करा जाएगा. वीजा इज नॉट अ थिंग दैट वी अग्री ऑन. सो दैट्स व्हाई यहाँ पर आंसर 8. If a startup founder could peer 8 years into future and see a company that has become a symbol for disruptive culture बोला जाता है when there is something new in an industry in a domain जो सबको हिला के रख दे उसको हम disruptive culture बोलते हैं. So that's what it is. And इसके अलावा culture के साथ और कुछ यहाँ आ नहीं सकता था in the context. Okay. Then we are saying millions of app downloads, 12,000 full-time employees, thousands more working in your service. Chances are they would start it. Okay. So excuses नहीं, possibilities हो सकता था, probabilities हो सकता था, chances हो सकता था. But the culture word, one we get to see there is one that has raised $8 billion on a valuation of $67 billion. This is a disruptive culture जो एक बड़ा सा बदलाव लेकर आएगा. Brokerage houses have given a mixed response, with most saying GST taxes are neutral to positive. Adding that, now यहाँ पे आगे की बात एक add हो रही है. Saying that हो बोल सकते थे, speaking that separating नहीं होता. Okay, many companies enjoy duty exemption. Clarity is awaited. Clarity is expected नहीं बोलेंगे because we already can see that brokerage houses have given a they have already given a mixed response. तो यहाँ पे await का sense बन रहा है. The remuneration for the services, that's the payment for the services offered by the veterans, is disproportionate when compared with the monetary compensations. क्योंकि हम यहाँ पे remuneration की बात कर रहे हैं. Second time जो हम बात करेंगे वो है compensation की. It has to keep a balance in जो बातें यहाँ पर हो रही हैं, है ना? तो हम यहाँ पे मॉनिटरी बोल रहे हैं. मॉनिटरी पॉलिसीज होती है बट वेटरेंस इज वेरिएबल बोल के कब क्या मीनिंग निकलेगा. So we are comparing, है ना, remuneration of the veterans and remuneration of the other job sectors. तो इस वजह से यहाँ पे this is what we get. There are there are no such words which require more explanation. That's why I'm moving ahead. Recordings of financial data made it clear that the dash in the economy. देखो इकोनॉमी में ब्रेकआउट नहीं होगा, हाइटनिंग नहीं होगी एंड रिकर होना, बार बार आना नहीं। फ्लैटनिंग इकोनॉमी के ट्रेंड में हो सकती है, इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं होगा। तो फ्लैटनिंग एंड इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं करेंगे हैज वेरी लिटिल टू डू विद द मेजर्स टेकन बाय द एक्सपर्ट्स, है ना। बाकी तो चीजें टेकन बाय द एक्सपर्ट्स हम नहीं बोल सकते हैं। The report from the governing council clearly stated, report क्या करेगी, that the minister was involved. तो ये बात ट्रांसपायर नहीं करेगी, प्रोड्यूस नहीं करेगी। Proclamations are usually done by people. It's a report, okay? And also second word भी check करना बनता है. So even if you are considering कि proclaim बोले, hold. Related नहीं बोलेंगे. So clearly stated या proclaimed that the minister was involved in the undue favoring of his kin. अपने रिश्तेदार के प्रति बायस था, वो प्रेजेंट नहीं करा था। तो एनीवे सेकेंड वर्ड यहाँ पे सेंस नहीं बना रहा था। Recovering from the drought, अभी हमने सीखा क्या है, was very difficult in itself. But when the bankers started to act stringently for loan recovery, the farmers were distraught. Farmers को काफी फर्क पड़ा। Stringent होना, stringent is being very strict. तो strictly, stringently हम बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पे first में easy नहीं आ सकता था। Lax होना is not paying much attention, तो वो भी यहाँ नहीं आएगा। Started to act reluctantly, मतलब इनको नहीं करना था लोन रिकवरी, मेक्स नो सेंस। और इंस्पायरिंग भी नहीं आता यहाँ पे कि रिकवरी जो थी वो बहुत ही इंस्पायर कर देने वाली थी। सो दैट्स हाउ इट इज। देखो अगर आप इजी बोलते हैं ना, यहाँ पे रिकवरिंग फ्रॉम द ड्रॉट वाज वेरी इजी इन इटसेल्फ बोल सकते हो, प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। लेकिन बट का यूज है विच इज नॉट टेकिंग अस इन कॉन्ट्रास्ट। बट व्हेन द बैंकर्स स्टार्टेड टू एक्ट strictly for loan recovery, the farmers were distraught. तो यहाँ पे वो सेंस कंप्लीट नहीं हो रहा है। इन इटसेल्फ जो था, अगर रिकवरिंग जो था वो डिफिकल्ट था, दैट्स व्हाई व्हेन द बैंकर्स स्टार्टेड टू एक्ट स्ट्रिंजेंटली द फार्मर्स वर डिस्ट्रॉयड। तो वो चीज हम यहाँ पे देख पा रहे हैं। आई होप यू आर गेटिंग द कॉन्टेक्स्ट हियर। बट भी है, वेन भी है। वेन के दो क्लॉज यहाँ है और बट का जो पूरा ये क्लॉज है ये पहले वाले से रिलेट कर रहा है, ठीक है। आई होप नाउ इट इज क्लियर। उनके लिए पहले तो डिफिकल्ट था ही, अब उनने दूसरों के लिए भी डिफिकल्ट कर दिया, दैट काइंड ऑफ अ सेंस। आई होप इट इज क्लियर नाउ, ओके। So we are done here, and I will be meeting you guys in the next session, which is going to be day after tomorrow. यहाँ पर इस चैनल पे जो हमारे सेशंस हो रहे हैं, ये हो रहे हैं ट्यूसडेज को, थर्सडेज को एंड सैटरडेज को, ओके। द टाइमिंग इज 1:30, 40-45 मिनट्स का सेशन हो रहा है आजकल हमारा। We are practicing. With every practice, you get a great deal of explanation, so you can improve, you can revise, you can, of course, practice. So there you go. These are the benefits. Do check out our other courses as well, and trust me, we go in the depth, especially जो descriptive की हमारी classes हैं. Very important for you, of course, to clear all the levels of exam ना. तो आपको वहाँ पे भी उतनी मेहनत करनी है, अभी से करनी है. So if any of you are scared, any of you think that कि हम कैसे करेंगे descriptive, अभी से classes join करके practice करना start कर. Plus there is this RBI course going on, grade B के लिए बहुत helpful है. Do check it out. ठीक है, so that's it. Thank you so much once again.